friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. There's a lot of bright sunlight coming from this area here and it's like smacking me in the eye. I'm not complaining, It's beautiful. So anyway, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm a little bit late with doing the birthday jewelry. So we are going to go ahead and celebrate all of our April babies now, and we are going to make something with April's birthstone in mind. So secret is I can't afford diamonds. So, but I did get my hands on a tiny little amount of Herkimer diamonds. So I'm going to show you those and we're going to create something really pretty. I'll be right back. Okay, friends. So these are Herkimer diamonds. And oh, they're not mined everywhere. I can't remember. If I think about it, I'll look up the fun facts for you and I'll put them in the description of this video. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I have quite a few of them here. And yes, I do have some eye pins and head pins in some of them, and there's a reason for that. Okay. And then I also have, I thought we'd team up with this, is some Prehnite. I got the Prehnite and the Herkimer diamonds from one of the Sam's Tucson bundles. It was the Mocha Mousse one. So that's where I got those from. And so then I thought it would be absolutely fitting, if I'm not going to use them from that, the colors in that box, then I'm going to team it up with some silver silk capture chain, but we're going to use this beautiful pink color, which is called Lotus. And I'll make sure I link that. I'm also going to use the silver silk single strand ends and a couple of the silver silk jump rings. I do have a clasp here. This is not from silver silk, but we will use that anyway. And then I have some eye pins and head pins. Let me measure how much I have here. And what our plan is we're going to make a front closure necklace with like, some dangles and stuff. So let's see how much I cut off here. 26 inches is what we're going to be doing. And the first thing we're going to do, because it's just kind of works out this way. Normally we put our chain or whatever on last, but today we're doing it first because we kind of need to. So you can cut the capture chain with just regular cutters. Like I'll show you an example. In case you're new to this and you've never used it, this is a ball chain underneath this wire, this woven wire over top of it. And if you just go between the little ball links, you can just cut it. And then here, I'll show you. That's what's inside. So, all right. So now I'm just gonna kind of like smooshing in my ends, because sometimes the little wires at the ends can be a little frayed from where you cut them. And we're going to put on our beautiful silver silk end caps that have a little ring on them. These have like little teeth in here, and it just fits perfectly. The little ball just slides right in there, and then this closes right around it, and it's like it fits perfect. And then we can just use our pliers to close it. You're gonna find that these components or these findings are a little more pricey, but they're definitely worth it. They are coated with 5 layers of that metal, so it's not going to tarnish like other ones would. But we're gonna go ahead and put both of those on just to have that ready. And then just close that up. And if you get little pieces sticking out the side here, you can just trim them off with some flush cutters. Okay, I had to pause it real quick because of course I sat down and started recording, and my old cat wanted in. He's like, "Let me in, Mom." So I had to do it. All right, so now let's go ahead and open one of these jump rings. And we're gonna put our jump ring on and 1/2 of our clasp. Okay, we got the bar on there. Let's just make sure it's closed all the way. And then we're going to put the other one on, but we're going to put it on the ring. All right, and then let's close that up. Okay, so when I do it this way, I have found just by my own experimentation, when I want to do a front closure and I want to do dangles, hanging it this way works best. I don't know why, but it just does. It just works best for me. Probably because you have to put this in and out, and it's not going to cause any issues with your dangles in the front. So now we're just gonna twist it around. And then gravity is going to hold that in place too once we get the little dangles on. So let's take a look and see what I have here, because I did do some eye pins. And we're going to also, I think we're going to need to grab another couple of those jump rings. We have some that are on head pins, and here's another eye pin. It's an eye pin, eye pin, eye pin. Okay, so basically we're going to do a couple dangles. I'm going to go ahead and we can still do a couple, you know, right now too. And then I even thought maybe I would do like a cool little bracelet to go with it, because I do have a little chunk of this chain left. And he wants out now. Hold on one sec. Okay, everyone, sorry about that. I am back. I grabbed my other jump rings. I'm going to need to order some more jump rings and clasps in silver. I only use the silver silk jump rings usually when I do silver silk. So they're, like I said, they're a little bit pricier, but they do match the findings perfectly. You especially notice when it's something that's not silver. So like when it's gold or, you know, stuff like that. They're like a perfect match. Sorry, I'm just fixing you guys. There we go. All right. So I think what we're going to do is I kind of want to see like how this would look if I did like a little bit like this, and then maybe like so, maybe one little guy up here. So we're going to need to do like some little like stepping, I think. This might take a little bit of brain power to figure this out, but I think we can do it. I think we're capable. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and unhook this, because we want to be able to see what we're doing. And I did not practice this, so I have no idea how this is going to work out. But I feel like we can handle anything that is put in front of us. So first thing I want to do is I want to put this chunk up here, this big beautiful Herkimer diamond up here. I call them Herkimer Diamonds. I'm sure they're just called Herkimer, but it's okay. They're diamonds to me. And then I think what we will want to do is maybe kind of do like a little cascading like effect, or maybe it's not really a cascading effect, but you know, kind of like take this guy and then put, you know, the one of these and one of these on it. And then let's close that one up. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so kind of like that. And then we can actually probably hook more onto that. So if we did, let's see, maybe if we did, oh, I'm trying to think. We're just going to kind of play around with it, guys, until we get it where we want it. But even if we did like this one in between here, and then did a couple more at the bottom, a couple more little guys. I'm using the ones that have the eye pins still. I'll probably have to make more with head pins. I want it to be nice and clustery. All right, so now we have all these guys with like little ends here, little head pins. And I do have two that are that have ends, but we need two more. I kind of want to save that big one, but let's see, we have one of each, so let's do another one of each. We can do one of these little tiny ones and another one of the Prehnite. And I chose the Prehnite to go along with it because of the green and the pink go so well together. And to me, like looking at green and pink is like the epitome of spring. I don't know why that is, probably because everything's getting green right now and we're starting to see things bloom. I'm thinking that might be why. So we're going to do a wire wrap loop on this Herkimer. Just like that. Trim off what we don't need. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing with this Prehnite. Sorry, my fingers are in such rough shape, you guys. They've just been like, you guys know my hand situation. I feel like no matter what I do. All right. Plus when my nerves get really bad, I tend to like chew on my cuticles, which makes it worse. So I don't know. All right, there we go. All right, so I think that we're good. Let's go ahead and put these on now, and let's see how that ends up looking. We're gonna hang this bigger one from here, and these we're just gonna connect to each other. We're just kind of making this a nice gemmy cluster. Okay, and then we're looking for another one to do. So we have this one, and we're gonna hang a Prehnite on, Herkimer on that one, just like so. And then we have some Herkimers that are open that we can hang the Prehnite on. Gorgeous. Okay, so now I just kind of feel like this looks a little weird up here. Like I feel like I might want to take like a smaller Herkimer and a smaller Prehnite and hang them up there. So let's get two on eye pins here, or head pins. That'd be too hard to try to wrap that while it's hanging off of something. So we're gonna just open up the jump ring that's up there and add it. Okay. There's that one. And we have one more. Okay, so we got both of those. And now let's pick this up. This is our dangle. And I can see like right here is probably where I want to put one on the little eye pin itself. So let's just open that up. Scoot that little bead on there. Yeah, that looks much better. And then actually we could probably do both. But I'm thinking, no, maybe we'll do it up here on this jump ring. I just want it to look nice and full and very gemmy. We'll put our little diamond guy right there. Very pretty. Okay, so that's much better. That looks much, much better. I like that. All right, so this is what the necklace is gonna look like. This is it. This is for the necklace, you guys. So we have our silver silk chain, and we're using silver and all those little gems just hanging down from the bottom. You know, silver silk is so great. Like, you don't even have to like do much with it. This is it. Look how pretty that looks. That green with that pink and the diamonds. It looks so pretty. All right, I'm gonna find, let's see, I know I've got a clasp here somewhere, another silver one. It may not be exactly the same, but that's okay. Let me just find one. Oops, I'm in the wrong drawer. I'm trying to put my finger down through my little cubby here. Oh, here's one right here on top. Little plain Jane one, but we're good. All right. I need to order some more ends too. We're using ends that are going to be a little bit different. They're smaller. These work great with the flat mesh, but they also do work for these because you can just put it in there and it locks inside. So they're a little bit different from the other ones we're using, but that's what I have right now because I need to place a big finding order with Nile. So we have this piece that is part of from what I cut there. And of course it's going to be too big. So we don't want to, you know, we don't need that much. So what we're going to do is we're going to probably, I would like to just maybe do like an asymmetrical. Let's cut this in half, or actually right here. I'll give you the measurement of what I'm using there. This will be great to use for some earrings later. We're not going to do earrings today. I don't think I'd have enough stuff to do earrings with today. All right, so we have 4 inches. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do just like we did before. We're going to stick our little ends on here because we're not stringing anything on this. Oh, I wonder if I should do I have a 2-strander? Ooh, I do, guys. Check that out. A 2-strander. Let me take those little babies back. All right, so the 2-strand worked the same way as the single strand. So I'm just going to smash down the ends here. And we're going to stick both in there. Okay, now once both ends are in there, we're going to go ahead and close it up. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to lay this flat, and we're going to be really careful because we're going to trim right here. There we go. Okay, so now we have it even. And now we're going to stick this on. Okay, just making sure it's on all the way, and then it's even. All right, so there is our double strand. So So that's what it'll look like on the one side of our bracelet. And then we're going to take our clasp and we're going to hook this part here. Okay, just like that. So one end is done. Now, we don't need a ton of beading area, okay? Because I'll show you like how far this comes around. So just move it like this. So this is how much we have left. You can see that. So we don't need a lot, but what we can do is I think what I want to do is I want to take this Herkimer, we're going to put it on an eye pin. You hear that bird going crazy outside? Just enjoying life is what it's doing. And then we have a little Prehnite. Let's do another Prehnite. Just like so. Trim that off. And there we go. All right, so we're gonna start by putting this guy right here. We're gonna use a jump ring. And we're going to put our larger Herkimer on right on that jump ring to make our little mini beaded chain. And then we're going to go ahead and link our Prehnite to it. And there we go. We're going to give it a size test real quick. Because remember, we're going to be using a toggle clasp, so we're going to have the clasp on here. And yep, we don't want to go any further. We definitely don't want to go any further. So now we're just going to attach this clasp right like so. And then what we're going to do here, where we have this jump ring, we're going to hang some little dangles. So I already have a little Herkimer, and I can do a couple Prehnite, maybe another Herkimer, or maybe we just do, oh, maybe we should, no, we're just gonna do one of each. That should be fine. I'll save my other little Herkimers for another time, and my Prehnite. Oh, that one's already done. So let's put this one on. Just like so. Okay, beautiful. And then let's open up our jump ring. Ooh, I didn't have that closed all the way. I didn't catch that. All right, so we're gonna put one there. Let's hang on to that for a second. Just move that to the other side instead of opening and closing this jump ring a bunch of times. Let's put this guy on here. Let's hang our links back up. All right, and now we're just gonna make sure that that is closed all the way. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's try it on. Okay, yeah, that fits perfectly. Look at that, guys. Look how pretty that is. All right, I'm gonna flip you around and we'll try the necklace on. Okay, guys, here it is. So just a real simple, beautiful chain with our little gemmies hanging from it. And then here's our pretty bracelet. All right, guys, I hope you like this simple design, and happy birthday to all the April babies out there. There's a lot of you, and you guys have a very special birthstone, just like they're like all of them, I guess. They're all really special. All right, guys, I'll talk to you all again soon, and I'm sending you all my love. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.